Okay, here we are, part 3. We're welding some of the pipes up, getting the exhaust going. We got a radiator built for it. Rick's Radiator Covita built us this really nice radiator, dual pass on the right side with the fans. Everything fits. You got some room. It's not as deep, but it's a little wider. We were able to use the stock mounts, and I just cut them down like a 1/4 inch on each side, and then we've got a little mount here. We folded this top just to get some extra room so we wouldn't be so close. Headers fit nice. Now, one thing we are doing is I put a steering shaft. This steering shaft is off of a 2011 F-150. And the nice thing about it is it's got a bearing inside. So if I make a plate that the bearing will mount to, I don't have to do anything. This actually, once I make that plate, this will be bolt on, no adjusting. It's all self-contained. This is exactly how it mounted on the F-150, so it will be exactly how it'll mount on this. I just have to make some clearance in here, make some clearance up inside, and then it is actually a very cool system. Let me see if I can show you underneath. See, we're really tight. This is the bearing that's stock on an F-150. It swivels, so if I can make this bolt in and I can clearance that a little bit, we're literally gonna bolt it in and it's done. So this could be a lot easier than I thought on the steering, and probably a lot safer, being that it's all factory stuff. So what we got going on under here is the exhaust. We're just tacking it up. We still got to set it all. We're just getting pieces cut and welded. Like I said, we used the stock cross member. Drilled the hole a little bit off. It went right in. It's just all working out way better than we thought. I'm going to run the fuel line. This is the fuel line. I'll run that on the outside of the frame, so it won't be by the exhaust. And then the funny thing is, I used the stock drive shaft and I changed the yoke on it to a turbo, like a Turbofan or a 4L, Turbo 350 or a 4L60. This is a 4L60 transmission. We did find out it probably is maybe a 1/2 inch too long. We only have like less than a 1/4 inch here. I'd like to see a little bit more, so I will probably take this in, have this shortened, probably 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. Besides that, everything, it looks like it's going pretty well. We have clearance on the motor on both sides. I was able to put the starter in and out, but we are getting close. I was able to find a fuel pump on Summit. I'll put the number on the listing later. It was like $100, but so I can put it in the stock tank, and once we put it in the stock tank, we could use the stock electrical, the stock sending unit, and that's going to be our next problem, is probably the wiring. We're going to have to run an airflow sensor, and we got to put the alternator stuff on. I'm waiting to get all the steering in before we do that. But it is getting close. We even got the Denali covers, or the Escalade cover, engine covers, so it's 3 pieces, so this will all be covered. But so far, everything's going really actually pretty easy.